Hey, good afternoon. We are live today from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm here with Katy Annulli, and she's going to help us organize our kitchens. What? Our kitchens? I know. We spend lots of time in our kitchens. I'm super excited that you guys are joining me today, and I want to please offer a warm welcome to Katy Annulli. Katy, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Katy, tell us about stuff that we're not using that for some reason or another we've been hanging on to because I don't know, maybe we think one day we're going to use it.
Yeah, I would just be super realistic about if you've used something, when was the last time you use it in all our places in the home, but in kitchens and specifically, a lot of people are handed down dishes from grandparents or parents or people who have passed, or they're given gifts of platters or different things to entertain with. And I think that really being intentional about those things. So if you're holding on to your grandmother's platter, but you're never using it, you're not really honoring her by keeping it. So
Mhm.
either using it on a regular basis. I'm really big on use your fine china, like use your fancy things all of the time because we're living in the present and there's no better time than now. And so using those items, but also thinking about if you're just feeling ashamed that you have these things in your kitchen, that's also not really honoring the person. And they're not going to feel great about that if someone gave you a gift and you're just holding on to it because you feel bad. It's not really benefiting anyone.
Well, I love that because I think a lot of times when people give us gifts, if it's not something that they owned themselves and it's a new gift, like they went out and they bought a gift and they gave it to you, they don't have any emotional attachment to that gift because they have nothing invested in it other than the little money that they spent or a lot of money that they spent and the quick time that they gave it to you. So there's this quick interaction, and that's really all they have connected to that. So when I look at gifts that somebody gave me, if they come to my house and they're like looking around like, "Hey, where's that thing that I gave you?" Chances are they're not going to remember because they don't have a strong emotional attachment to it because they didn't own it and they don't have a history with that thing. If it doesn't work for me, then how quickly can I regift that item? I know, for
Mhm.
example, somebody gifted me some little Christmas trees that were made of sterling silver. And I was like, yay, this is awesome. But they tarnished very quickly because if you have silver, and it's not in an airtight container, then it will oxidize and it discolors and whatever. So every time I went to use those, I would have to stop and polish them. They just became really high maintenance. So I said, I was doing just fine without these. I'm doing fine if I let them go. I don't need to hang on to them. And so I gave them away to a thrift store or something. I just got rid of them. And so, what kinds of things, and those were just Christmas trees, so those were seasonal anyway. But what kinds of things are you finding that your clients are ready and willing to get rid of? And maybe they just don't use very often, or they're just kind of like extra items that we thought were cool because we saw it as seen on TV or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think like different types of appliances or different gadgets that you can only use for one thing, like juicers, for example. Everyone loves the thought of making juice, but most people do it very rarely. It can be super messy and hard to clean up, and it takes up a lot of space. And I think, like
Mhm.
you mentioned, as seen on TV, there's so many gadgets out there like food storage containers that are shaped like vegetables. So like there's an avocado one or an onion one or you know specific to the vegetable and you can use any type of food storage container to store your avocado. You don't need
Right.
one that looks like an avocado.
This was so informative, and I really enjoyed our chat today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Katy, for being here and for your wisdom. And we will see you again, same time, same place next week. Thank you.
Thank you.